What's up, guys? Welcome back to El Merengue. The game is almost underway, and as you have probably already seen, here you go if you haven't, the lineups, and there should be one man that specifically pops out at you, and that's right, that is Grandpa Marcelito, who is starting. And yes, Madridista should probably be worried. However, if there's a game that he should be playing, maybe it's this one. I will say there's a statistic out there that Elche has not beaten Real Madrid in about 43 years. However, we also have the statistic that Real Madrid has not won a game with Barcelona in who knows how long. So let's see which one prevails. Also, Atletico Madrid has won their game today against Getafe 1-0. So Real Madrid must win this game in order to keep up the pace with Atletico. Guys, I'll see you at the end of the first half. Okay, guys, and we are back from the first half. Real Madrid is currently winning 1-0, and honestly, it's been a pretty classic Real Madrid game in which, well, at least a Zidane type of Madrid game in which the team comes out very strong, trying to find that early goal. The press was very intense, and I will say that with a team like Elche who came out to that game, and we've seen many teams go out there and try to press Real Madrid, well, Elche was the complete opposite. They were very packed, stayed in their own half, parked the bus, and this is where we're going to talk a little more about Marcelo and analyze him. Now, of course, we bash on Marcelo a lot. But why do we bash on him? And that is because of his defensive transitions. So the thing with Marcelo is he used to be a great offensive player, and he's never really been good at the defensive transition, right? He's never really been too fast of a player. But the thing is, he had such potential going up, and he provided so much that we basically allowed him to come back slowly. But as he's aged, he's become less effective going up, and that's what's made him more of a player that we don't really want to have on the starting 11. However, that does not take away the fact that he is still technically super talented, extremely talented. Him with the ball at his feet is still very good. He may not have the vision or the pace to go forward to, and that's why he's not as good offensively anymore, but we cannot take that away from him. And in this game, I'm trying to analyze and understand why Zidane opted for Marcelo in this game. And it starts to become a little more clear when we understand that Elche is parking the bus, right? Having a player like Vinicius up there would have probably hurt us because Vinicius is a very vertical player. Marcelo has very good touch, can play in small spaces, tight spaces, which is essentially how Elche is defending. So we've actually seen Marcelo pretty good. I wonder exactly the tactics Zidane told him, probably like stay further back, only attack when it's super necessary and you have like the space. I don't know, but it has been Marcelo that's been very much protected, kind of put in a bubble by the competitive players he has around him. He actually even hit a crossbar early on, I think it was like the 10th minute. He went forward, got the ball, shot it, and he hits the crossbar. It was a pretty good play. Real Madrid continued to press high, and surely, around minute 20, Elche finally breaks out of their own half, and that was their mistake. I mean, obviously they were going to have to do that at some point, but Real Madrid quickly won the ball from them and quickly countered them and caught them in a position where they were outside of their own half, and that left them very vulnerable. Right away when I saw that, I said, we need to attack this. And Asensio, I probably wouldn't have opted for this choice, but Asensio bangs a ball from super far out. Kind of reminded me of the old Asensio, the young Asensio we used to see that would score bangers. And that ball blasts and hits the crossbar, smashes into the crossbar. And I was frustrated at the fact that ball didn't go in and we were hitting our second crossbar of the game. However, to my surprise, Luka Modric pops up out of nowhere and throws himself like a fish and hits that ball into the upper 90 of the opposite side of the goal. And it was just a splendid goal from Luka Modric. This guy is earning his contract renewal. I believe there's rumors leaked that he has actually signed the contract renewal. We don't know for sure. But basically, to summarize, the rest of the game, the intensity definitely did die down. Real Madrid was in basically control of the full game. Towards the end, Elche had a couple chances. They started giving Real Madrid some warnings that they were maybe letting off a little too much. Our defensive transitions were a bit slow, so I would like Real Madrid to kind of wake up and not let Elche get back into the game. I really hope that we can score an early goal in the second half so Zidane can get to rotate a little bit. I would like to see Odegaard come in. I would like to see Luka Jovic come in and get some minutes. I definitely think Marcelo or Modric needs a little more rest. and we're for sure going to be seeing Eden Hazard. Zidane has promised it in the press conference, so guys, we should be looking forward to that. I'll see y'all at the end of the game. Well, guys, we are back. Unfortunately, I think we got ahead of ourselves. I think the team got ahead of themselves. I think every Madrid fan got a little too sure that we could come out with the victory in this game against an Elche who hadn't played too well lately, and I think the majority of y'all's predictions were 3-0s, 4-0s. Like I said, I think all of us got too sure that we were going to win this, and in the end, we saw Real Madrid that came out to the second half completely unfocused. I even started watching that second half like in a very laid-back manner. I was like, you know what? I think this is going to be a really easy game. I think we're going to score another one anytime now, and we're going to be able to rotate. And little did we know, like I said, not focused, and Carvajal goes out there and just completely stupid from Carvajal. Just grabs, hugs the attacker from a free kick, and of course the ref is going to call it. If they called the foul for us against Barcelona when Lenglet pulled Ramos' jersey, you know that this has got to be a PK. So fair penalty that Fidel, the man of the match that we named in the pregame, puts it in the back of the net. So we are now tied 1-1, minute 52 with a long game to go. But honestly, Real Madrid had no second breath to confront what had to happen, right? To basically fight this uphill battle. It took them a very long time. Around minute 68, I was very frustrated. I knew the team needed a sub. Zidane was seeing as the team was falling apart, the team was not being able to keep up the pace of the game, and he was not making a substitution. I was like, we need Fede Valverde, we need something to revive that midfield. As you could see, Elche's midfield easily penetrate down Madrid's midfield, and it was just non-existent. But, you know, I think it was the response came a little too late. He did bring Eden Hazard and Fede Valverde in later on for Lucas Vazquez and Toni Kroos, who had a yellow card already. But unfortunately, not much was seen from Eden Hazard. I saw him touch the ball a couple times, not a single dribble completed, no key passes or anything. Fede Valverde is just not really looking too in shape. And unfortunately, Elche hit a post at one point, so they came close to scoring that second one. And then for us, we had Carvajal, who came very close to breaking that deadlock, and also Ramos, but it just wasn't meant to be. Unfortunately, this tie does mean that our winning streak, our 5-game winning streak, comes to an end, and unfortunately, we also do not end the year in a very positive note, as this is basically the last game that we will be playing in 2020, a year to basically forget for most people. Pretty unfortunate. The first time Elche in 42 years that they pick up any sort of points against Real Madrid. So there's another record broken for Elche. Positive for them. In terms of man of the match, I think Luka Modric, and not just for his goal, but just for the pure class he offers at his age of 35. He's still the tempo. He's controlling that game. It's unbelievable. Honestly, we're very lucky to be seeing a Luka Modric at this sort of form this late into his career. Guys, it's very unfortunate that we tied this game. Of course, now Atletico should be 8 points ahead of us. And 8 points, it seems a pretty... Sorry. They're not 8 points ahead of us. They're only 2 points ahead of us. But if they win their 2 games in hand, then they could go 8 points ahead of us. Atletico ends the year as first place so far. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. We could not afford to lose points, especially against an Elche who is in the last place of La Liga. But it is what it is. It is what it is, guys. And that's where I'm gonna end this video. Like I said, this is the last game for Real Madrid this year, and also our last video for the year. I want to thank you guys for a wonderful 2020 in the sense of, you know, how much you guys helped us grow. Obviously, 2020 comes with a lot of other negative connotations. However, we're very thankful for you guys and everything that y'all have done for the channel. So I want to wish all of you, whether you're a culé, whether you're a merengue or a Bayern Munich fan or whoever else that you're listening to, I want to wish you guys a happy New Year's. Hopefully 2021 will be better for everybody. And with that being said, I hope y'all have a wonderful day. Like I already said, a happy New Year's. And as always, a la Madrid.